Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, friends, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're having a wonderful time. And the question of today is, what are you celebrating? What are you celebrating today? And it can be a range of things from springtime, the sun, the birds chirping in that tree behind me, the leaves finally coming out. I think you can see them finally coming out after a long, long winter. Or the fact that you're healthy, the fact that you can breathe, the fact that you're connected to family and friends, yes, through the internet, but don't you find that you're actually connecting a lot more than before? This is a wonderful opportunity to also think about what traditions are bringing and how are they helping us in overcoming the challenges that we have. Traditions we can make, we can take, and we have to break. We should break in order to just improve them. And please write down in the question in the comment box down below for me just what is the one tradition, one thing that you are celebrating these days. Last night was Seder Pesach for my Jewish friends. That's the Jewish Easter, or Passover as it's called in English, from the Hebrew tradition or the story of when the angel of death passed over the houses of the Jews when the Pharaoh ordered that the firstborns be slaughtered. So the Jews used the blood from the sacrifices they made, from the lambs they sacrificed, in order to mark their houses so that the angel of death would pass over their houses, thus the name of the celebration and of the holiday. So as a great friend of mine used to say, most Jewish holidays are about, they tried to kill us, we survived, let's eat. I would add one little tweak to that. They tried to kill us, we tricked them, thus we survived, let's celebrate. Yes, it's extremely important to train and to use our mental weapon and to make sure that we ingrain it in our everyday activities. Sometimes our mind, our knowledge and our mental capacities are everything we have. In order to survive sometimes, and on other occasions just to up our game and to survive external circumstances or even overcome our own internal fears, we need to use, train, and sharpen our mental weapon. And Jews throughout history, they had a lot of very challenging times. I don't need to talk about that, I'm sure everybody knows. The only way they survived as a nation, and actually they're thriving, as we know, is through continuously using and sharpening this mental weapon. The second thing I learned from the Pesach celebration is to trust the process. If the Jews had not trusted the process of coming out of Egypt, and if they hadn't trusted their leader, in that case Moses, they would probably still be slaves in Egypt. Not such a good perspective, right? On the other hand, we have the booming, vital environment in the startup nation, and all the beauty that Israel has managed to create based on some of these really simple traits and customs that we can trace back to the Bible, to the Hebrew Bible. The third thing that I learned yesterday, and that I use and I'm applying, is that preparation and rituals save our souls and our processes. Why? Because we need to get ourselves ready. We need to prepare ourselves and indicate to whatever higher authority we believe in the universe or God or the vibrations. We need to show that we are ready, able, and willing to make this change, to improve our lives and to improve our circumstances. Number 4, purification. Now, purification is obviously an important part, preparatory part for any ritual, any celebration, but it has a much more important use in our daily lives. Purification needs to predate any sort of activity that we do, from decluttering our desk or our environment before we start working, to disciplining ourselves, our mind, in order to make sure that we make the best out of that time that we're sitting down and working, that we can focus, and to make sure that we have mental and physical space to create the future. That's what we want to do, right? Number 5, sacrifice. Yes. And of course, in ancient times, it was about sacrificing animals, sometimes even humans. Today, it's much more about sacrificing time, sacrificing comfort, sometimes sacrificing some of our income in order to create an environment, a social environment that is beneficial and positive for everyone, not just for one or a few. Now, in this specific case of this Corona challenge, sacrifices are a lot more not just welcome, but we should be so grateful for the fighters at the forefront of this war, for all those medical professionals and all the volunteers who are fighting this fight in hospitals, in medical centers, in emergency centers. And my heart and all my gratitude, as well as I'm sure the gratitude of all of you, goes out to them right now. We have to join this sacrifice, and you've probably heard this or seen this meme around the internet that in other times you had to go to war to protect your country and the well-being of your society. Now all we have to do is sit indoors, and we can't even do this. It's really easy. I think by now most of us have got it. It's a sacrifice that we are making now, and we are turning it into something positive for our future, for our life. And number 6, mental astuteness. Now, this is not something necessarily connected directly to any of the it's connected actually to all of the Jewish traditions, but not to one specific part of the Pesach celebration. But mental astuteness, I want to include it because I think it's extremely important to be able to up your level and to have the courage and the confidence to grow constantly in a way that challenges authority. Now, Jews are very well known for challenging God constantly, and somehow God always gives them what they want at the end, or doesn't tell them off too badly. So I think this has translated very nicely on the level of society, in that the Israeli society is built quite horizontally, and that enables a lot of very good ideas to raise from the ranks, from society at large, and be transferred into energy, innovation, and creativity that pushes the whole society forward. So, of course, sometimes this can be seen as arrogance, but if you think about it, it has a lot of really positive mental characteristics. It involves a lot of self-confidence, but also this mental strength that we were talking about in the beginning, this desire and training, inner training that people are making in order to be able to fight this fight, or to discuss, even to engage with the figure of authority, of supreme authority in the case of God, and to level these abilities that they've grown. So, I I want to go back for a second to how all of this came together, how all of this reflection came to be. And it's because of the Seder Pesach last night. My family and I decided to adopt this tradition, not because we don't have a lot of Romanian traditions, of course we do, but because I think all of these reflections have so much wisdom to bring to our lives. And I wanted to include all of this in a very nice way, which we managed to do through a lot of delicious food, yes, which I home cooked yesterday and in the past 3 days. There's so much food that you can't possibly make it in one day, and also I didn't want to disturb the rest of my routines and the rest of my days. So I'm still working very hard on my PhD, so I've been preparing the food for Pesach throughout the past 4 days. So last night we had a big dinner, and we also were able to join through Zoom the Seder Pesach organized by Keilat Alev, the Har community in Tel Aviv. And we were blessed to hear the sermon created by Rabbah Naomi Efrat and together with her community. I was very happy to see my family actually fully engaging in this, which is a novel tradition for them. But they were paying so much attention, and all of that because of this power of learning and developing ourselves through traditions. And they can be our own traditions, or they can be imported traditions, and we can take them and tweak them and adapt them to what we need. So please let me know what is the one thing that you are celebrating these days, and 2 ways in which you are learning and benefiting from aspects of that tradition. Please write that down in the comment box, and please tag anyone that you think should make this exercise. Pesach Sameach to those of you who are celebrating, and have a wonderful spring, everyone else. Bye!